Hey guys, I want to share a really cool thrifting with spirit story for you. Okay, so my guides told me to go, you hear the crows, to stop at the thrift store on the way home. And there's one like really close to my business, but I never go to that one. I always go to the one closer to the house. Okay, and I really didn't want to go because I was tired. I had a lot of sessions today and there was a lot of energy and it was all amazing, but I was like, I'm done. But okay, you guys want me to stop? I'll stop. So I go in. Of course, there was like so many things. And I knew, I always do. I just feel it right away. This is for me. This is for me. This is for me. Okay. So I found this figurine. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. And I was like immediately just emotional when I saw it and like very drawn to it. And I just had to get her. Okay. So long story short, I'm going to try to explain it the best way I can. I'm just on my back porch, by the way, so sorry if you hear background noise. So I go to the checkout, and this happens to me with spirit and people all the time, okay? I'll get messages everywhere I go for whoever. That doesn't mean everybody's ready for it, but usually it does. Usually when it comes through, it's because they're ready and someone in their ancestry or on their spirit team is trying to contact them. So the woman starts checking me out. And this figurine that I'm about to show you is the first thing that she scans. And I just couldn't help it, because everybody who knows me knows I'm just kind of bubbling over with my stuff, all my little messages from spirit. And I was like, isn't she beautiful? And the woman hesitated and she was like, that may be the way you see her, or something along that lines. I don't remember exactly what she said because I immediately felt this compassion for her perspective, because when she saw the figurine, I think she thought it was like a negative or derogatory figurine, and it's not, but she didn't know. Okay. So I said, what? I said, let's look at it. I said, hold on. And I said, tell me what you're feeling. And she was like, I don't want to be negative, or I don't want to say anything. And I'm like, no, it's okay. Please share with me what you're feeling. And also let's learn together. Okay. So this opened up a really an incredible conversation from spirit. And long story short, we found out we're both of Choctaw descent. Okay. And she has been feeling the calling to write. Okay. And she's a poet, basically, this woman that I'm speaking with at the thrift store. Okay. But every time she writes her poetry and she puts it out there, she feels like she gets an attack from spirit, from negative entities and all the things. And then people also get jealous of her, and then she gets a lot of resistance. Okay. And just right away, when something like that happens, my guides will come through right away, and they shielded her. And they just came out and spoke through me and looked at her and said, no. There is no dark magic that can stop you or your purpose or what you're intended to write. Write your poems. And I'm telling you, like, I felt the goddess come through me. Look her in the eye and say, do it. You are called for a purpose and protected. You will be safe. Write what you have to write. Okay? And it was a very powerful, intense moment. We had an amazing visit. We hugged. Okay? And I left. Of course, I get home. I'm telling my husband and my friend Nefertiti about everything that happened because it was so incredible. And I show them the figurine, and we look up the figurine, and it's a collector's item. Okay. And it has, I'm going to turn it around and show it to you, and then I'm going to talk about it a little. Okay, so hold on. Do you guys see her? First of all, oh my God, look at the aura coming off of her. Look at it. She's beautiful. She's so beautiful. And look what she is holding. Can y'all see that? Frances Ellen Watkins Harper votes for women. Okay, and then all the information is on here about the piece and the designer. It's a limited edition, by the way. I did not know this when I got it. I just got it because of Spirit, okay? And I looked her up. So I'm going to flip it around. So hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, this woman, this beautiful figurine is about this amazing woman who is apparently this major heavy hitter in Black history and writing and standing up for women and standing up for Africans, and just, she was a poet, she was a writer, she was one of the first, maybe the first African-American woman to have a novel published. It was just like so much information about this woman. I was just reading and reading, okay? So, and there were some weird synchronicities, okay? So this happens with Spirit sometimes. So one of the dates in the publishing of her novel, which was, you know, like she's from the 1800 timeline, okay? So, but in that timeline, and when she published it, the number 92 came in. Well, 92 is the year that my father died. Well, I'm reading this with my friend Nefertiti, and 92 is the year her son was born, okay? Then also on the figurine, the designer who carved it, I guess, and painted it, or I don't know, I guess it's, yeah, I mean, it's clay, I guess. So, or porcelain maybe, but it's very heavy. This is very heavy. So they put their name in it, it's etched in it with the year that it was, hold on, let me find it again, guys. Okay, yeah, the year that this one was done, 1992, the year my father passed. And same, so go back 1892 to this woman, this amazing woman, Frances Harper, okay? And then my friend Nefertiti, who I feel is also very gifted and special and on her spiritual journey. So here's that number again, 92, 92, 92, right? My life path is 11, by the way, which is the reverse of that. So 2 is an 11. So 11, 9 is in my numerology chart, okay? So I'm an 11. I'm a spiritual guide or leader. I hate to say leader because it's such a trigger for so many people, but I'm here as a guide, and I know that. So like there's this as above, so below thing going on again, right? Like being willing to go into the shadows, being willing to explore the hurts of humanity and witness them and be honest about how it has made us feel and what we're wanting, you know, and what we're wanting for each other, and just all the things about humanity being born sovereign. And that, you know, and she was actively involved. Sorry guys, my kids are getting loud. So she was actively involved in rescuing people, rescuing slaves. I don't even know if you could say all of what I'm saying on TikTok. I don't know anything about the censorship on TikTok, but I'm just saying what this woman did was incredible, incredibly brave, incredibly courageous. Just a waymaker, a true waymaker, okay? Anyway. Okay, so I go online, I look up this figurine. It's a collector's item. It is selling for, like, in some places around $300, okay? So what's going on with that? I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't know anything about this designer who designed it. So I learned a lot just from this one figurine. But I know that this figurine belongs to this woman, guys, because it was her message. And she is, yeah, she's getting a major confirmation from the same soul that guided this woman, Frances Harper. And sometimes, you know, sometimes this can be the reincarnation thing, right? Like maybe Frances Harper is back and she's part of this woman, and that's why I'm not saying names, okay? That could happen. It could also be that the goddess herself was guiding Frances Harper among many and is also guiding this woman. But I feel this woman is going to be a published author, and she is going to be guided by Frances Harper. I don't know. I'm going to call her tomorrow. I tried to find her today, but she had already left work, and I feel that I'm supposed to give her this figurine, okay? And it feels so important and special, and I don't know what else to say about it, but I wanted to record this because I know I'm going to give her to this woman. I'm not going to see her, But she's so special, and she's holding so much energy. And this is the nature of being a spiritual practitioner. Sometimes we get incredible messages. We sometimes find incredible things, and not everything is meant for us, right? It's oftentimes meant for others. And that's part of being the guide and the messenger. That's part of the angelic realms, right? It was my job to bring her attention to the fact that she's being heavily guarded and supported in her writing journey, and that her story and her poems and her experiences as a Choctaw woman need to be seen and heard. Okay, I don't know what else I can say about that, other than my heart is touched, and God is love, and that's what's on this figurine, by the way. Right next to the year my dad passed away and the year this figurine was made is the words God is love. And you could say the goddess is love, okay? And she brought us together in that moment, for sure, 100%. The crossroads, right? And this woman is being guided to choose the path of the brave and to not worry about people's ill intentions, their dark magic, and whatever they think they're going to do to her, they will not. She is meant to write this story. So that's that. I love you guys.